Did you know Michigan's recycling rate is only 15% and that $435 million is the market value of the recyclable material that goes to our landfill each year? Because we all inhabit the earth, it should be our social responsibility to keep it clean and healthy as possible. I've been a longtime advocate and participant of recycling in my community. I am knowledgeable on what materials can be recycled and how to reduce and reuse. I'll discuss the impact of trash and lack of recycling. I need to recycle for the sake of the environment and the wildlife is great, and everybody should do it. The solution is to be educated on what is considered recyclable, how to recycle, and where it can be done. If you want to help create a better environment for all while saving wildlife, please consider the simple task of recycling. A lot of trash that we produce has wound up in our oceans. This is now known as the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is a collection of marine debris in the North Pacific Ocean. Marine debris is litter that ends up in the ocean and seas and other large bodies of water. For example, sea turtles mistake plastic bags for jellyfish. Jellyfish is one of the main food sources for sea turtles. According to the National Geographic, about 80% of the debris in the Great Pacific Garbage Patch comes from land-based activities. Most people don't recycle because they are not educated on what is considered recyclable and because of lack of services in their community. Materials that can be placed in the mixed recycling containers are aluminum foil, cardboard, food and drink cans like water bottles, paper, such as paper bags. Here's an example of a cardboard box that can be recycled, and plastic bottles. According to the EPA, recycling saves energy because it reduces the greenhouse gas emissions, which help with climate change. Materials have a recycling symbol located on the bottom, and it indicates which materials are recyclable and what kind of material it is. So numbers 1 through 7 are recyclable with the exception of some 3 and 5. Like this water bottle has a little recycling symbol on the bottom and then a number 4. So now that I've given you an overview of what I'll be speaking about today, let's take a closer look at the problem. Through education and awareness, debris can be decreased in our oceans and recycling can be increased in our communities. If you want to recycle but don't have the means to do so through your city, there are recycling centers placed throughout every county. You can search those by visiting iwanttoberecycled.org. All you have to do is type in your zip code and the locations near you will pop up and show you where to go. The best way to stay organized and keep your recyclables separated from your garbage is to have 2 separate bins in your home. So keep one in your garage and one in your pantry for quick and easy access. You can also start a proposal asking your politicians in this city to include recycle bins in your waste pickup so that you don't have to make extra trips and you don't have to pay to go to those community centers. You can start this proposal online and get signatures from the members of your community to present to these politicians. A good way to do this is to leverage social media, your friends, your family, go around your neighborhood, post flyers and posters around your area. Now that you have some more information about the problem and the solution, I want you to visualize what the change would look like. Recycling benefits humans, animals, and the environment. So by disposing trash and recyclables correctly, it will reduce waste that ends up in landfills in the ocean. And I just want you to visualize a cleaner, healthier environment for all. You can reuse plastic bags, invest in glass Tupperware such as this one. This is a Tupperware that I use all the time and I don't have to throw it away. I just wash it and use it again. It doesn't end up in landfills or oceans. The US each day uses more than 60 million of these plastic water bottles and they're thrown away. They're not recycled. They end up in landfills and the oceans. And that's why we have things like the Great Pacific Garbage Patch because it all floats there and collects in the middle of it. Hopefully now you envision a cleaner, healthier environment now that you know how you can help participate. If you want to help create a better environment for all wildlife and humans, please consider the simple task of recycling. Waste that ends up in landfills and oceans can be prevented by making an effort to do all these things, such as reducing the use of plastics that you buy or reusing materials that can be reused, such as plastic bags, and also reach out to those politicians and encourage them to work together as a community. We know the conditions of our lands and waters because of excessive waste. littering, and landfills. And now we also know some solutions and contributions that we can be made as individuals. I want everyone to make an effort when it comes to recycling, when it comes to reducing, and when it comes to reusing. You can find uses for all of these materials around your house. You can even check Pinterest and find other ways to be creative with all of these materials instead of just using them once and throwing them away. So together, we can turn the Great Pacific Garbage Patch into the Great Pacific. Let me know if you have any questions, and thank you for your time and attention.